So, as we're on spooky season, I thought I would share my ghost story with you. When I was in my 20s, I did makeup for movie sets, kind of small short films, that kind of thing. So, I was doing makeup and I was not the lead makeup artist. I was one of the ones who worked on the extras. So, it was like go, 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 and then a lot of downtime. And where we were working was in this hotel that was in downtown LA. If you ask me the name of the hotel, I do not remember. All I remember is there was a big stained glass window above the front doors. There was a giant red ruby. So during downtime, I made friends with the security guard who worked there. And the security guards, they actually had to still check the whole entire hotel, even though it wasn't run for a hotel anymore. They only used it for filming. So, and it was only the basement floor, which was a pool, and then the lobby floor, and then the floor above that had a kind of dining hall, and then everything else off limits. So the security guard asked me if I wanted a tour of the hotel and that I could gather up whatever friends I had on set that wanted to go to. So he gave us a tour and he also gave us the rundown of certain things that happened in that hotel. So we went to the basement, and at the time, it was digital cameras or Polaroid cameras. So we all had our cameras because we needed cameras on set for continuity. So no, the basement floor with the pool, we would take pictures down there, and no matter the angle that we were in, flash on, flash off, those orb circles, hundreds of them spread across the entire basement pool floor. And at that point, he was telling us about how there was this little girl, or a little kid who was on a tricycle. They were staying at the hotel, and they were going across the street to the park, and that little kid got hit by a car crossing the street and didn't make it. So that little ghost haunted the hotel. And then from there, we went up to the second floor, which also had a gym, or was it the third floor? I can't remember, but it was the gym. It was the gym floor that was off limits, and there was an elevator. So we go up in the elevator. As soon as those elevator doors open, the pit of your stomach just dropped to the floor, and it felt like you were on a boat. It was just constant motion sickness, movement. Then we went up to the other floors because we had to make sure there's no homeless people hanging out in there. And we'd go up on the elevator, and the walls were actually knocked down. There's no more rooms. It was just looked like construction site. So we checked our floors. We actually ended up going to the roof, and the security guard was telling us about how during the Great Depression, the owner of the building actually jumped off the roof because money, Great Depression. So he haunted the hotel as well. And then we went down these back stairways. And as we're going down the back stairways, so here's the stairs, and there's a door kind of floating in the wall. So we had to get in, we had to jump from the stairs and do this loop jump. And I can't believe I made it. I didn't fall. I jumped over. I got in. And there was a mess of everything, and it was filled with old doctor books, medical books, and we also found bones in there. And the whole place just, you could feel it was haunted.